Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm now a Linux Mint user. Yeah, I really like Linux Mint. It's actually like really good. And I just searched up Unity Hub in their software center, and it does actually just have it. Linux Mint has been an actual like savior in my Linux faith, because I spent a long time over the past couple of weeks hopping from distro to distro, trying out different things. I went over and did some OpenBSD stuff, which I'll do probably a dedicated video just talking about my issues with OpenBSD, because it's really annoying, the issues that I'm having with OpenBSD and kind of the path that OpenBSD is taking. But you're here for Linux Mint, and it's just awesome. The Cinnamon desktop is fantastic. I did a podcast yesterday with Matt, and I'll try and throw up a card or something so you can go over and check that out. I do a podcast pretty much every single week with Matt from the Linux Cast, and the last one that we just did, we were talking about desktop environments, and we talked about XFCE, MATE, Cinnamon, which is Linux Mint's desktop, if you don't know that. And then, we talked about a whole bunch, GNOME, KDE, etc., etc. And I decided to go ahead and try XFCE and MATE because, well, they came up in the conversation, and I haven't tried out XFCE, MATE, and Cinnamon in forever. And so I tried out Debian with XFCE and Debian with MATE, and both were really good. Like, it's weird. I have to like preface this with like multiple different things. XFCE and MATE were both really, really good desktops. Like, really good desktops. Like, I had forgotten just how freaking awesome MATE is. Like, MATE is pretty, like, it's just really nice to use. Especially if you've been using Linux for a long time, because there's like a nostalgia factor there. But, and I didn't take this like thought in at all at the time, but MATE does not have like a good search feature for applications by default, and I kept thinking it did, and so I just ended up multiple times just thinking I could search for something that I clearly couldn't. The main problem with XFCE and MATE both was monitor support. You can see, hopefully, in the recording here, this is an ultrawide monitor. This will be uploaded in ultrawide, so 21:9. So I have this monitor, which is 2560 by 1080. Then I have a 1440p 32-inch monitor next to me on my left. And then on my right, I have a 1080p, just regular 16:9 1080p, 24-inch monitor, some shit. And so all of them are like different. Not only are they different resolutions, but there's different aspect ratios involved, and the placement of the monitors is a little weird because they're all different sizes as well. So my monitor setup is multiple. Like, I have a triple monitor setup, and they're all different. And XFCE and MATE do not like complicated or complex monitor setups. So those didn't end up working out. And also XFCE's built-in compositor was terrible. I was getting horrific screen tearing, and I couldn't fix it. Even updating to like a licorice kernel, or licorice, however you're supposed to say it. It's a Zen kernel, but it's packaged for Debian. Maybe I'll throw up like some text on screen so you can go to the website for it, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's a great kernel, but it didn't solve the problem with screen tearing and everything. So it just didn't end up working out. I also tried PyCom, don't get on to me. Okay, I did try it for XFCE, and it also didn't fix the issue. So I have no idea what was going on there. But besides the point, they were both really good. However, they didn't work out. Like, I couldn't keep using them. I love my monitor setup. Okay, I need that shit to work. And also, I'd like to find a distro that I can just use myself and really enjoy and know for a fact that I can recommend to someone else, and it not only work as well for me, but like also be something that most people can use. Like that's kind of awesome to me. And it's been a long time since I've checked out Linux Mint, like a really long time. And it's fucking awesome. Like, I gotta be honest, if you're looking for a not just good looking desktop, but a functioning desktop, like it's very good. All of my monitors just work. Like it's awesome. Updating, doing shit, like doing everything at the start of the system. Like there wasn't anything weird and wacky that like for a new user might be a little complex to get stuff looking and working right. Like no, there was literally none of that. I think I installed extra drivers and like packages for like AMD and stuff, but I didn't need them to get everything looking right. Like it was fine out of the gate. Like it just worked. I don't have any, like, let me just do this. Just do this. Oh my God, look at that. If you can't see this, let me just like zoom in a bit. There we go. Just in case you can't see that, there's no fucking snap loopback devices or any bullshit on here. It's just my drives. If you don't know what you're looking at, if you're like new to Linux or the terminal, whatever, this is just my drives. It's just listing out my drives and the like partitions on the drive and like where they're mounted to and all that goodness. So yeah, there's no like weird loopback devices and everything from Snap that make everything like just annoying to look at. It's awesome. The software center, like, dude, it just works. Like, I don't know, every software center out there should just work, but they don't. Like, I've just searched up anything and everything, and it's just here. Like, I don't understand how almost every other Linux distro's software center can't understand that this is probably how shit should just work. And it's fast too. Like it's just fast. Like it's really fast. It's nice. Like let me just search for GIMP. Like it okay. It's awesome. Let's just talk about theming for a second, should we? So like, let's say you come into Linux Mint and you're like, which like if you're like me and you're like, I kind of like the look here, like, you know, the cinnamon look, it does have kind of a Windows-esque vibe, but it's not. And it kind of has that like, in my opinion, kind of poopy green. I don't really like the green color. So let's just like go into our settings, and then all you gotta do is, I believe it's in, like, I can't even remember. Oh, there we go. There's just a massive fucking button that says themes. Wow. And then you can choose how you want your, like, you know, top to look, which that's disgusting. I would, yeah, that looks real nice. And then you just change it. And it comes with every color. Like if I wanted to rock some pink shit, like let me go down here, pink. I mean, it's obviously got cursors installed, but I don't need to install like really any themes. Like if you want a dark or light theme, here you go. And you got multiple different colors. So, yeah, it's kind of super simple. Like, I mean, again, assuming that you don't want to do more theming, which obviously you could get more in depth, but for any layperson out of the gate, this is all. I'm what some people would call a more advanced user, and this is fucking fine for me. Like this is totally okay. I'm good with this. You can set up your key bindings, do all your regular shit. There's just everything's simple. Like it's just, and it just works. Everything has just worked. It's awesome. Okay, so I just installed Unity Hub. Speaking of things like just working, let's see if I can find it. Would it be under games? No. Let's see, programming. There it is, Unity Hub. Okay, cool. Let me just sip my drink. I'll pull it over. Huh, surprising. It just worked. And like, obviously this is like a not open source app. Unity does focus a little bit on Linux. So it's not like completely surprising, like this shouldn't work or whatever, but yeah, it just works. Hold on. Let's just try something else nifty. So I installed a whole bunch of Steam games last night. Let's just try them out. I haven't tried out any Steam games. I did install some stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm going to order my Steam Deck later today. Yep, here we go. I've got 21 hours to order it. I'm so excited. I'm going to order it today, later on this afternoon, and you bet your ass I'm gonna be doing some Steam Deck content. But back to the Linux Mint testing. Let's try out the Cycle Frontier. This is a completely free to play game on Steam. It's great. If you don't have it and it looks interesting after me playing it, please go pick it up, and you can just hit us up on Discord or whatever. Honest to God, I did not think that Linux Mint had this much going for it. Like I'm a Linux Mint fanboy. Like, if you don't know, Matt and the Linux cast is all wrapped up in Fedora right now. Like, Fedora is now his shit, and it's working great for him, which I've had a lot of fun and a great time with Fedora, but Linux Mint is my shit now. Like, this is nice. This is real nice. Like, this is a polished experience. Okay, we have noise, and I don't have any like sound canceling on, and this is just coming out my shit. So this is going to be loud.
Decades ago.
Okay, the loading was taking too long, so I just closed out of the game. Look, I'm sure it would work just fine. It's worked on literally every other Linux distro. It's just I am downloading other stuff to my big ass hard drive, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I assume it's just my hard drive being slow as hell because it's a big 14 terabyte. But Linux Mint has been an incredible experience. It's really nice. I haven't had any issues with anything. Like, it's all around a great, it's just a great system. Like, it really is. Like, it's fantastic. I don't have any issues with this. It just works. Like, everything just works. What is there to complain about? So I'm just going to go ahead and just say, if you too like Linux Mint, let me know what other things I should cover about Linux Mint and dive into. Like, what type of Linux Mint stuff would you like to see? Okay, let me know. Also, on screen are all the people who support me over on Patreon. These people are freaking awesome and known as my patrons. Thank you. Without you guys, I probably wouldn't be able to do this nearly as much, which means at all, because I haven't been posting that much, but that's going to change. So thank you guys for your support, and thank you guys for liking and commenting and just being awesome when you do interact. Like, it's really nice. You guys are awesome to get along with, and well, sometimes we have good debates. Other times we're just differing opinions. Like, Gentu's awesome and Linux Mint's awesome. Kind of completely differing opinions, but we'll talk about it, and I hope you have a great one. Bye-bye.
Restraints, money, clout, and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me. I know most are festering. Negativity